Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do this holiday look or Christmas look, whatever you celebrate. It's pretty easy, simple. You don't need any crazy advanced makeup skills to do this. You just need the basics other than this insane glitter that I have going on. But I will show you how to do it. If you are interested in seeing how I got this look, please continue watching. Okay, so to start off, I'm going to be using my Urban Decay Brightening and Tightening Primer Potion, and I'm just going to apply that all over my face, primarily on my T-zone, going inward to outwards, and I'm really going to focus on the spots where I have large pores, which for me is my cheeks and my forehead. So I'm just going to make sure that is dispersed evenly and rub it in very well and let it dry for a second. I'm going to be taking my Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation in the lightest color. I'm going to use my IT Cosmetics for Ulta Airbrush Foundation brush and apply a little bit of foundation to the back of my hand and pick that up with my brush. I'm going to apply that foundation to my T-zone and buff it outwards. And then I'm going to use a stipling motion to push the foundation into my skin, make sure I'm getting a really nice finish and not a cakey looking foundation. Next, I'm going to take my Maybelline FitMe concealer. This is also in the lightest color because I'm pale. Hello, look at my skin, it's like glowing. I'm going to apply a little bit under my eyes. I'm going to go in with a brightening concealer, so I'm not concerned about under my eyes. I'm going to take the regular highlighting spots such as my forehead, my chin, things like that, and then I'm also going to go in and cover my blemish spots. I do have a lot of blemish spots on my neck because I do have PCOS, and it's just a common thing to have blemishes on your neck and in weird places. So I'm just going to cover those up with this concealer, and then I'm going to go in and brighten up my under eye afterward. I'm going to blend out that concealer using the same brush that I did for my foundation. I'm going to stipple it a little bit, and I'm going to buff it out to make sure I have no lines where you can see my concealer, and fixing my light apparently, and just making sure that everything is blended together very well. I'm going to take my brightening under eye concealer. It's the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, and it's in the shade Brightening and Illuminating, and I'm going to apply that under my eye very generously. This is to remove any dark spots that you may have and really bring out your under eye, make it bright. And I'm going to apply a little bit to my forehead. I am then going to gently pat it with my brush. I want it to stay a little bit tacky for when I apply my powder under my eyes, so I'm not going to fully press it into my skin. Then I'm going to take my Tarte Smooth Operator under eye setting powder and use my Real Techniques blush brush to apply that powder very generously, and then even though it may look like a lot, I'm going to wipe away the excess. I'm going to finish up with my under eye using my Tarte powder, and then I'm going to take my NYX HD finishing powder in translucent and use my e.l.f. face brush to apply that. I'm going to be setting my foundation with this powder and really just smooth everything out, make sure I have no harsh lines, and just give my face a nice matte finish because I love a matte finish. I don't like my skin to look very dewy, and this does the trick. Next, I'm going to go back in with that Real Techniques brush and put a little bit of my NYX powder on and wipe that excess Tarte powder off just to ensure that I have no harsh lines. Then I'm going to take my Tarte Rainforest After Dark palette using that same e.l.f. brush, and I'm going to apply my blush. I'm not sure what color that blush is. It is the only one that comes in the Rainforest After Dark palette. And then I'm going to take the bronzer and just brighten up my face a little bit, give myself a not so dead looking pigment, and I'm going to shape my face also on the top of my forehead and a little bit on my jawline. Next, I'm going to be taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in taupe and my NYX Control Free Clear Brow Gel. I am just going to brush my eyebrows out with the spoolie end and then fill them in with the pencil end. I've had a lot of people ask me about shaping my eyebrows on Facebook, and honestly, I don't have a lot to work with. For some reason, my eyebrow hair doesn't grow a lot, and it's patchy in some places, so I really just have to work with what I have, and I will extend my eyebrows beyond the hair that I have because otherwise it just doesn't look natural. So I will extend that as you'll see what I'm doing, and just bringing it out and around so I have that little bit of an arch. I'm going to take my NYX Control Free Clear Brow Gel and just seal my eyebrows, make sure there's no hairs popping out, make sure everything is staying in place, and also blending that pencil a little bit. This stuff is magical. It's like gel for your eyebrows without making it look cakey, and it's amazing. Next, I'm taking my Urban Decay eyeshadow priming potion, and I'm just going to apply that to my eyelid and up towards my eyebrow, and I'm going to do that on both eyes, obviously. And then once I hate this new applicator stick, by the way. It's anybody with me on that? Go back to the old thing, Urban Decay. Anyways, I'm going to take my finger and just pat it on my eyelid and let it tack up a bit. You don't really want to put eyeshadow on when it's wet. You want to wait till it's a little bit tacked. Next, I'm going to be taking my Nude Sticks Magnetic Eyeshadow Stick, and this is in the color Gilt. It's a really pretty gold color. It glides onto your eye very easily. It's not as pigmented as I would like it to be, so I typically put a shadow or some kind of glitter, something over it. I would recommend it as a base, not necessarily an eyeshadow alone, unless you want to go for a very subtle look, because like I said, it's not that pigmented. Because I don't want any harsh lines, I'm going to take my finger and just smooth out the edges of my crease. I just want to make that look a little bit more blended in and not so harsh. Next, I'm going to take my NYX for Ipsy palette and use the lightest gold color, and I'm just going to pop that into the crease of my eye. Like I said, not to leave a drastic line. I'm a blending obsessed freak, so I will constantly sit there and blend so I don't have any harsh looking lines. So that's what I'm going to just pop in the crease here because I just felt like I had lines, and it actually turned out really nicely with. Next, I'm going to be taking my Too Faced Glamour Dust in Nude Beam, and I'm going to be wetting an Eco Tools shadow brush and applying that wet. This can get a little bit messy if you're not careful, which is why I cringe every time I use it, because I'm afraid that I'm going to have glitter all over my face. But I do recommend applying it wet, because if not, it will just be a huge mess and not apply smoothly. I love this stuff. It comes with the Vegas Nay Stardust palette, and it is so amazing. It really gives you a glam look. Like I said, this can be really messy, so you'll see there is some fallout still, even though I'm using it wet. Next, I'm going to go back in with my Tarte Rainforest After Dark palette, and I'm going to use the highlighter. And I'm just going to do the regular spots, the tops of my cheeks, which I like to do subtly. I don't like to go crazy with that. I'm not big into contouring. I'm going to also touch on my eyebrows, between my eyebrows, like on my forehead and the tip of my nose, my cupid's bow, and my chin. You're the one who'll always have my heart. There is nothing could be better. We could speak without any words. Next, I'm going to go in with my NYX 2-Timer eyeliner. One side is a liquid liner, which is my favorite liquid liner currently, and the other side's a regular eyeliner, which I'll go into next. I do not have the steadiest hands. Liquid eyeliner is self-admittedly not my strong suit. I do have difficulties with doing cat eyes. Sometimes I have to do them several times before they look decent. But actually this time I'm not going to go for a look like that. I'm just going to line the top of my lash line. This is because I just want to make them look thicker. If you put on fake lashes, that's fine. I prefer not to wear fake lashes just because they really irritate my eyes and bother me. It's just a personal choice, but I feel that putting just the line on top of your lash line really makes your lashes look a lot fuller. So I'm going to continue doing that with both eyes. Um, as you'll see, I obsessively go back and forth until I have a perfectly straight kind of line on my eyes. I'm very particular with my eyeliner. It makes it very difficult because my hands do shake a lot just because I'm an anxious person. So it makes eyeliner very, very tricky. If anybody has shaky hands, you will know the struggle is so real. Next, I'm going in with the other side of the NYX pencil, which is a regular eyeliner, and I'm just going to line the upper waterline of my lashes to give them an even more fuller look since I'm not going to be wearing fake lashes. Now, obviously, curling my eyelashes and trying not to clip my skin, which I always do, and absolutely did this time. It's a real problem. Now time for mascara. I'm using Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. It is my absolute favorite. Please bury me with this in my grave because I am obsessed with this mascara. I always find myself reaching for this and never any other mascara. I just love it so much because I don't wear lashes, and this really just gives me the thickness as well as the volume that I'm looking for. And I will put 10 coats on. I don't care. I just really avoid wearing fake lashes at all costs. So you'll see I put a lot on, but I just really love the way this mascara makes my lashes look. And honestly, for $22, I don't think that you can beat it. I'm going to take my Maybelline FitMe concealer again and just go in and cover up any fallout, especially since I used that glitter. There's going to be fallout no matter what you do. So I'm just going to go in and clean up that under eye to give it a nice smooth look. Once I'm finished cleaning up my under eye, you will see the final product of my eyes, and it came out really nice in my opinion. I put on lip scrub before I started this application, and I'm just wiping that off to make sure my lips are smooth. I'm taking my Wet n Wild lipstick from their matte collection, and it is in the color, their red color. I'm not sure the name of it. I'll link it down below for sure. I just don't have it in front of me right now, but it is the only red color in their matte collection, so I will make sure to link that down below for you. And I can't help but think that I look like Miranda right now because it's just red. I have a blue shirt on and I look kind of ridiculous. No offense to Miranda, but it's kind of funny. Next, I'm going to apply my Hikari lip gloss in the color that I will put down below because I don't have it in front of me. Once again, I apologize for that. I just like to put a little bit of gloss over to give my lips a little bit of room to wiggle around. And then that is the finished look, and I hope you like it. I'm sorry this is uploaded after Christmas. It's a great look for any holiday, New Year's Eve. Yeah, so if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I put in my Instagram photo from the finished product, and let me know what you'd like to see next.